he was the Pee Wee Herman.
Friend of mine was a support the rebel in this fight.
Model couple.
Model couple?
The model
couple of the Roxie.
The model couple.
Here, take my flyer.
Take my flyer, please.
Free commercial
look at that.
here.
Pretty, nice. You sure?
Cher's gonna be there.
Cher.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chef.
Chef. The masculine.
How many free Pee Wee people are gonna come? Pee Wee plays safe.
It's sort of giving people a chance to be political and they have fun with it, you know?
Yeah.
It's sort of like
it's a cute trick.
Food conduct, we don't care. We want Pee Wee on the air. Food conduct, we don't care. We want Pee Wee on the air.
Probably not until maybe about 12:15.
No free, no free. I paid $10. Can I have
Finzi?
Yeah.
The guy with the camera and the beard.
Thank you.
He's a press guy. Give him and one for a comp.
All right. The guy in the what?
with the beard.
Okay. Two.
But they have lots of guys up there with beards.
I know. Thank you.
It's that two-level type of entertainment. Certainly there's a children's meal. There's also a lot of adult entertainment woven into many scripts. There we go.
The event silly or the thing that happened with Pee Wee silly? I mean, what's transpired?
No, there's no silliness here. What this is about is the fact that we are a tolerant group of people here in San Francisco in our generation. And the unfortunate thing is the media does not seem to reflect the level of tolerance in this country. You have people like a Mike Tyson facing allegations of rape. No one is asking Mike Tyson to give up his fighting. There's Ricky Henderson from the Oakland A's, a local team, who allegedly punched a woman in the mouth in New York City. He is still on the playing field today. Pee Wee Herman was doing something in a theater which may or may not be appropriate for that type of activity. We don't know. But nonetheless, he was there by himself, and now his career is like an obituary. It's just not an appropriate or fair way to treat the issue.
Honestly, what do you think is going to come out of all this? What's going to be the end run?
Hopefully the media will find something else to do this time other than to explore people's private lives. I mean, there's a number of scandals and other important issues here in the month of August prior to September than Pee Wee Herman spending some time in a theater down the street from his hometown in his home.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And what do you Pee Wee would say about all this?
Well, he's not saying much, and we're glad. We're willing to speak for him.
Free Pee Wee.
Okay? Thank you.
Pee Wee
Thank
can
you.
speak for himself.
What's just the anonymous message?
Trying to run Pee Wee Herman out of the business when we think that he's clearly a comic genius and he's being railroaded for something that anybody would do in such a situation.
And you have to look at it in the context of other public figures facing similar accusations. Mike Tyson is facing...
Well, they don't know that. I don't want to tell them.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
We want Pee Wee on the air. Lewd conduct, we don't care. We want Pee Wee on the air. Lewd conduct, we don't care. We want Pee Wee on the air. Lewd conduct, we don't care. We want Pee Wee on the air. Lewd conduct, we don't care. We want Pee Wee on the air. Come on, let's sign.
Well, this little alligator here is Florida.
They didn't want to come.
These are the evil characters arrayed against him, and there he is.
Oh, wow.
Our Pee Wee.
Chained
Yes.
to a gator.
But he'll be free soon. I'm sure he will.
I think he is already.
Well, out of all this trouble.
Your music stopped.
Yeah, dude.
Could someone get Elliot?
Pee Wee.
Your home video.
How you doing? How you doing?
Pee Wee, you need
Pee Wee.
to be
You're at the Pee Wee Herman convention.
All right, man.
Don't hit the cameraman.
No, I poked you. I didn't kick you.
We like Pee Wee.
the
dance he does? The tequila? Tequila?
Jose is
You gotta trade up to one of those
Jose
cameras
is
over
gone.
there.
You need one of those.
Go to Candy.
Who's that muscle guy in the back there?
Rico. He's a soccer player.
It's suave.
Sunglasses in a movie theater at night, all right? Thank you very much. There'll be no running and jumping in the theater. No running or jumping in the theater. No running or jumping in the theater. There you go. Hey, 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 hey!
I'm taking that guy.
ask a simple question of this audience. How many of you have masturbated in the last week? In this particular subject, there's almost nothing you can say that doesn't sound like a double entendre. First of all, I think tonight I have something that I'm going to read you here in a minute that's kind of interesting. But first, I want to introduce the people that are the people who got this whole thing together. They are the Pee Wee Defenders Club. Ron Garvey, Matt Horsey, Jim Hickman, and James Bradford. Send to Pee Wee, right?
Yeah, Misha, bring her up here.
Yeah, let's see that postcard. And after the show, on the way out, they'll have it waiting outside the lobby. If you want to sign it, and it'll be sent to Pee Wee. For about 5 minutes, I think these guys ought to stay up here while I read this. This was sent to me by a computer last night from somebody who believes in exactly why you're here tonight. You know him as one half of a comedy team. This is what really to tell your children about Pee Wee Herman. This is from Teller of Penn and Teller. You've never heard him speak, but if he had spoken, this is what he would say. If your child asks you about Pee Wee's big adventure in Florida, you have two choices about what to tell him. You can say that Paul Reubens, the actor-writer, performs as Pee Wee, is a grown-up in a free country, and our Constitution says that we're allowed to see any kind of movie we like. People who like history can see historical movies, people who like religion can see religious movies, and people who like sex can see sexy movies. There are even theaters especially devoted to sexy movies so that grown-ups can go and masturbate while watching sexy movies. Without bothering people who don't want to see or think about sex. Tell your child that freedom to choose is how we make ourselves happy without hurting other people, and it's a lot of what the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution are about. But in some places, selfish pigs push their way into government and manage to slip by laws that try to prevent people from just having fun. This is... God, you can applaud at 2 points. This is how Paul got into trouble. He went into a movie theater where you're supposed to watch sexy movies and masturbate. But in that community, there was an old law that said that it was okay to have theaters that show sexy movies and get people excited, but not okay for them to masturbate. Pretty silly law, right? You'd expect the police to spend much of their time hiding in the theater to catch people breaking the anti-fun law when they could be out catching murderers, right? Wrong! Wrong. No one even proved Paul guilty, but all of a sudden everybody got very excited because Paul was famous. It's the same sort of thing that happens with big movie stars and marriage problems. Nosy people with boring lives like to make a big stink when famous people have trouble. Paul's bosses at the television show got all scared, and if they stood behind their employee who was accused of violating the anti-fun law, the nosy people with the boring lives would say stinky things about them. They took away Pee Wee's Playhouse, even though it's a good television show that lots of people like. It's too bad they were not braver or more loyal. Tell your child that it's important that she or he help fix this situation by telling our lawmakers and our television broadcasters that we think the whole thing is unfair to Paul and the fans of his show. We should all help to get rid of anti-fun laws. And we should make fun of people who are cowards in the face of stinky talk by nosy people with boring lives.
tell your child that Pee Wee led a secret life as a wicked man and put on a false beard and wig, and may have tried to undermine our society by playing with himself. Tell your child never ever to enjoy a work of art by a person whose lifestyle is different than his own. Inculcate your child that all laws are just and that freedom means the right to do only the things that please everybody. And be sure to teach your child that Thomas Jefferson was a jerk for writing that junk about the right of the pursuit of happiness. And, well, I was doing research for this show. And I found that Nurse Nancy got a 3/4 erect rating in Hustler, which proves at least, if nothing more, if he is guilty, Paul Rubens had a hell of a lot of good taste. Goes to the high-rated movies. But Nurse Nancy, I've been looking for it everywhere. I can't find it. Huh? Well, it is time, I guess, to get on with the movie, right?
Sure is getting hot. So is my horn ready yet?
Yeah, it's ready. Should be loud enough for you now.
Where is it? Let's hear it.
Wait, I want to talk to you first.
You are talking to me.
No, I want your undivided attention. Look, Pee Wee, this is important. There's something I want to ask you. I want to know if you'll do something.
What?
I want to know if you'll go someplace with me.
Like where?
The drive-in.
Look, Daddy, I like you. I like you!
That's the thing, I like you too.
Daddy! There's a lot of things about me you don't know anything about, Daddy. Things you wouldn't understand. Things you couldn't understand. Things you shouldn't understand.
I don't understand.
You don't want to get mixed up with a guy